Hello everyone, how's it going? Dr. Incompetent here, and let's resume our complete beginner's guide to Factorio, shall we? Looks like we finished some research, and we can just keep chunking away at red and green until we get the blue online. You know, you could do the military research and stuff if you want. I'm not too worried about it. I'll do it just, to do something, but not because I need military. Now, what we're doing is trying to get blue science. You see we have oil fields right here. So we're going to need to get oil so that we can, I'm going to show you right here. Oil is necessary to make sulfur. We can combine water with petroleum gas in a chemical plant to make sulfur. And it's also necessary to make plastic. We combine coal with petroleum gas in the chemical plant to make plastic. And we need plastic for the advanced circuits. And we need sulfur as well for the blue science. So this has to happen, that we get this online. So let's see what we would need to do that. For production, we're going to need to extract the oil itself. So we can build a pump jack, but that's not what we need. We need, let's see here, the refinery is fine. No, the pump jack is what we need. What am I talking about? Well, this is what we need eventually. Okay, so let's build 1, 2, and just see if we can get these things placed. I'm going to go to my inventory. I'm just going to put these on this third hotbar. This is kind of a hodgepodge. Okay, so let me turn my car around without crashing it too severely so I can use the headlights to show you. All right, so right here, you would put the pump jack over the oil. So when you got the pump jack selected, the oil fields have the green boxes, and you have to pay attention to the blue triangle because that's where the pipe will come out. Now, we'll just destroy all of these trees to get this where we want it, but I'm going to have my pipe coming out right there. And by the way, yes, in case you were wondering, you can place things from inside the car. So you don't have to get out right now. All right, we built 2, but we're going to need to build as many as possible right here. We want all of these being pumped to get all of this oil. Okay. So we have to make a lot of pipes to also have this happen. And I'm going to just get out of my car for the time being and just tear down some of these trees. Now there's some oil hiding in these trees. So let's just get these out of here. All right, now we've got some jacks. I'm going to have them rotate this way. I want all the oil to be coming out and kind of going toward this middle section. And let's just see. Let's make sure that we have something. Every single pump we want with a jack on it. And if it's hard to see where they are, just look at the magenta dots on the mini-map just to see like, oh wait, there's oil here. And then you can also push M to like zoom in on that more significantly. All right, let's just make sure that we have every single one of these being tapped. Let's do this. I think we're actually good. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 total. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm missing a singular 1. And let's see. It's hiding over here maybe somewhere. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh no, maybe it's up here. There it is. Sneaky. All right. Okay. So now every single place where there's oil coming out of the ground, we have a jack. Now, these need pipes, and these need power, which we have none of. But we can start planning Let me keep research going. And we could do military science if you want any of these military things. Just for fun to try them out. Sure, go ahead. And then we could start planning for what we need to process oil and sulfur. We're going to need chemical plants and we're going to need oil refineries. Now, I can't make any oil refineries with what I have on me because I have no stone bricks. So that's going to be something that we need to bring back. And we also need to transport a lot of power over here. Well, we've got water right here. So, you know, given how close this giant lake is to us, we could draw power from that to make steam, but I don't see any coal over here. But that could be, yeah. That could be another fun operation for us, potentially. To transport coal up to this area. So let's continue getting this ready and bringing over all the supplies that we need. Now, gates are fine if we want to build walls. You might need walls someday. I'm just going to drive through that tree. At your base, if you accidentally were to aggro the bad guys, you know. Let's see. We've got coal here, and it's a lot. We could simply belt the coal up there if we wanted to. Or, you know, we could process the oil into fuel eventually, but no, I think there's another option that we have here, and I'm not sure. Here's this. Let's show you. What if we wanted to make trains? We can make rails and a locomotive and some cargo wagons very easily. We would just need 2 train stops. I'll make 1, 2. And we would need, I think 2 cargo wagons is plenty for what we're trying to do. And this will let me have the opportunity to show you how to make a train transport system, because trains are so awesome in this game, but they are a little bit difficult to understand. If you're just doing one train, which we're going to start with, it's not as bad, but once you start trying to do multiple trains, things can get a little chaotic if you're putting them on the same track. If you keep them separated, it's not that bad either. I'm going to go stronger explosives. That's great. Just try to research everything I can here. All right, now I'm going to check my factory. Let's see, am I automating sticks anywhere? Yes, okay. Uh-oh, my car has rolled in. Oh my god, my car rolled onto my belt. How funny is that? It has all this momentum. Okay. So sometimes it doesn't come to a complete stop and it just, you know, wildly goes. Now, I am making sticks here, but it looks like I'm not storing any. So, let's do that. Let's store some. I got no inserters. I'm ruined. Alright, well, whenever you need inserters, all you have to do is go to your inserter automation zone and pick some up. Unless I didn't automate inserters yet, which maybe I didn't. Yep, we're learning the hard way. So this is what happens. As you start to expand and as you start to grow, you're going to want more stuff easily. And I just don't... Here, let me pick up some... Let me pick up some green boards to make inserters more easily. You're going to want everything automated. And so you'll find out eventually as you do this, like what you need and what you're missing. I'll go ahead and make some of these. And let's see. Looks like I don't have these hotbarred here. Get that instead of the wooden crate. You got a middle mouse button. to get it off your hotbar, put these back on there, and then there we go. Now, I don't need a million of these, but I do need some. All right, stronger explosives, all done. Cliff explosives, this is what we need to tear down the cliffs if you want to just flatten your landscape. So that's very helpful. Then, if we wanted to automate inserters, it's circuits, gears, and plates. Well, guess what? Oh, wait, no. I did do automate inserters. I just didn't see it. Oh, thank goodness. Okay. Yes, it's right here. I didn't look right here for some reason. I didn't have eyeballs. Okay, good. I was like, boy, that seems like an oversight. I mean, trust me, I make oversights, but there we go. I did do that for myself. Okay. And to make train tracks, which we need a ton of, you need stone, steel plates, and iron sticks. Now, the smart thing would be to probably just automate the train tracks right here as well. We've got steel plates coming here. We have sticks right here. So I could just bring up some stone from right here. Like, I could use this belt we have right here, and then just kind of shoot this up through here, and then have a place to take care of that. Yeah, that's actually a good idea. Let's just do that. Makes life a little bit easier. We will pick these up for now. I'm just going to keep the inserter here for this, and I will belt this up here, and then I will just take another inserter and store these in the box right here like we wanted. But this way we can kind of get the best of both worlds. Cliff explosives are done. All right. So now we have these coming up here. We have this coming over here. And we just need stone. So come on, stone. These are electric drills. I'll just build a couple of these. 1, 2. I need some more electric drills. No problem. Yeah, give me 5 of them. Electric mining drills are things that you'll just put down so many of them over the course of your play that it's never not there. The wrong idea to have a bunch of them pre-made. You can even automate them if you would like. Some things I actually don't automate just because I have already got myself carrying all the ingredients and they don't take a long time. Alright, so here's some stone coming in. And if I wanted to be clever, what I could do is just put another one of these right here. And then let's see. Split this. And turn this around. Am I out of undergrounds? No. There you go. And then oh. Tried to trick me, huh? How dare you? Alright. So sometimes when you're playing that game of here we go. You know what I actually want? Let me fix this. I want it to go like this so I can just dump these on the other side of the belt. And then there. Okay. Stone. Happening. Alright, Stone. I need to send you up. But I need to get a big running start to do this. Okay, so first of all, We need some more of these, and we need some more of these. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do the same thing I just did. I'm going to actually put this up here sooner. And then I'm going to put this here and here. And split this like this. I don't really need to split it, I guess. I mean, but just in case I ever wanted stone going somewhere else. No, I really don't need stone going somewhere else. This is just for this job. So don't need the splitter. We'll just run this like this. But you always have to have extra space to kind of get this going right. And it looks awkward. Here we go. With all these underground. But oh yeah. Now we're going. And we can send this over here like this. And now we got all three. We finished projectile. There you go. Weapon shooting speed. Fine. Now, at this point, it's time to think about how do we want these rails to go. I think perhaps the easiest way to put this, I'm going to just build it up a little bit out of the way of the existing factory to make sure I have enough space for everything. So let's just say we put this right here. We'll bend these belts around. And what we need is we have to have one regular coming in. We're out of long-handed. Give me those. A long-handed coming in, and then a regular going this way, and then the output going like that. And then we need a power pole here. We'll set the recipe for train tracks. And then what we're going to do is curl both of these belts around so that, let's see here. Let me do this one first. Goes like that, and like that. And then you will fan out to here, like this. And then we'll have the train tracks themselves come this way as well. Just everything going up. Let me move my car. Now, the nice thing about train tracks is I don't need a million of these making train tracks all the time. I might just put in 3 for now, just to create a good supply. But you could get away with, honestly, just 1 and do them on demand. All right, let's go ahead and bring power. And there we go. Just like that. We've got train tracks coming. So train tracks for now, if I'm just making them for building trains, this is perfectly fine. Train tracks later in the game, you're going to need them for science, and so you're going to need to perhaps build an entirely new train track section of your factory or augment this significantly. But for now, this is going to be just dandy. And so what I'll do is I'm actually going to take a fast inserter, get these off, and then put this box right here. And this needs power, but I'm going to Control C, and I'm just going to kind of copy this that we have and put 1, 2 more like that. And looks like we need some more long-handed inserters. I should definitely automate that. Okay, and actually now we're done researching everything that we can with just red and green science. We would need to do military science or have blue science done to get there, which we don't. So no worries. Okay, and this needs power. So let's put some power here, 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 and not forget power here. And then this box, we don't need indefinite train tracks, but you actually want a lot of train tracks because you might need a really long train. Okay, there we go. So now we need to make an engine. We have in our inventory 2 stops, 2 cars. We just need a locomotive. So let's go get the engines that we've been building over here to make that happen. I'm just going to, you know, control grab some engines, and then I can make a locomotive just like that. All right, fantastic. Now, what we're going to be trying to do is set up a coal delivery system so we know in advance that we're going to need electric mining drills to get the coal. Just as many as we can. And what are we out of? We're running out of iron plates and green boards, sure. So I could take another stack of boards, no problem. And plates. Where am I putting those? My yellow belts are also running low. All right. Well, here's plates. Oh, I just took 1,600. That's a little bit much. You do want a lot of them, though. All right, so we're going to be taking up coal with the electric mining drills. And then we're going to be sending it. And we're going to need a train stop that's going to have a ton of fast inserters and a ton of steel chests. So I'm going to need to get some more steel. Looks like I'm not putting steel anywhere. That seems an oversight. Maybe I am somewhere else, but if I'm not, well, time to do it. Okay. Now, obviously, the fun thing you can do to collect steel is just to stand here and just hold F and it just will come to us. So here comes the steel. How much do we have now? Yeah, we have a ton. That's great. And let's see how many train tracks we've got. Now that's a good amount of train tracks, 460 right there. So I'm going to go to shift 4, make a new hotbar that's just trains. So we'll have locomotive, we'll have train track, we'll have cargo vehicles, and we need the train stops. Perfect. Okay. So that's everything we need for the train station. I'm happy with that. We'll need more tracks, probably. We also need a bunch of power poles. Let me get some power poles before I leave, because I'm going to need to send power all over the map here. And where am I automating those poles? Right over here, okay. And yeah, just give me 100 more. Okay. Great. So we're going to hop in the car, let this go, and let's peel out to the copper site that's over here by the water. Now, whoops. What did I forget? Power. We got to start getting power coming over here, so might as well do this in our car. All right, so I'm going to hit power, and we got to make sure that the line connects. There we go. But we also have to make sure we can place it. Okay. Alright. The second pole I just put there was not necessary, but what we want is full extension. So if you hold the left mouse button... Oops. Oh, God. Okay. This is a lot easier to do on a train, but here we go. Because it's just moving straight and you don't have to drive it. But if you hold the left mouse button while you're driving your car, you can, like, place these power poles at max extension. These actually technically aren't the best for going long distance. You could make the bigger power poles to do that. Those are the preferred long range distribution. I myself am just using these right now because these are easier. I don't have the other ones made, and these are easy to make. Let me look at what the other ones take. All right, so the coal, I actually passed it. It's down there. Oh, it's hidden in the trees. Oh, you sneaky coal. All right. Well, look at that hilariousness. All right, so like these are the ones that you would want, these big electric poles. So I'll just make a few, for example. I have a bunch of sticks on me. Usually I run out of sticks, so I just don't make those, but that is going to be fine. Go, go, go. Okay, here we go. So here's a huge section of coal. Sweet. It's actually not that big, but it's big enough for us to have fun and make a train station. Now I need to just get a little bit of space for the belt to come out. I'm not going to put the train station over here near this forest at all. It's a nightmare. Later in the game, it gets much easier to clear those forests. All right, so let me go down here. Let me get rid of this and just put the big power poles right here and just show you, like, if I were to take these out and replace this with a big power pole, like so it connects right here, you can see that these babies go that far. Like, they go insanely far. Right? And then you can just get rid of these. So that's what the large poles can do. All right, I'm going to go Shift 2 and... Do I not have... Oh, no, here they are, right here. All right. So I'm going to kind of put these electric mining drills here, here, here for now, just to maximize output, like that, and then... There we go. All right. One. Okay. Uh-huh. And then we'll just merge these belts right here. Okay. There we go. All right. Now we have a cliff right here as well. So this is annoying for our train. But let's look. We want the train to basically be able to go up here. So let's have it kind of go through here and see if that works. I'm going to send it over here. Let's get the coal going, by the way. So I'll take one big pole, put it here, and then, you know, put one here, and then we'll switch over to the smaller ones and just provide power all over the place here. There we go. Here comes the coal. And let me just run this over here. Oh dear. That was a crucial block that we missed. Missing underground belts. Boy, running out of underground belts too frequently. It's getting scary. There. All right, fantastic. So here comes the coal. We can optimize, we can send more coal, but right now this is a good amount. And what we're going to do is just have this go right here. And this will be the bottom of our train station. So now we get to go over to the train section, and we're going to start building a train track. Like that. So I just kind of hashed one in just to get a sense of where this will go. We could also pull iron from here at some point if we wanted. All right, so you can build train tracks like that by just holding down the mouse button like you would build a belt, but you can also, at the end of the track, or anywhere on the track, you can click the arrow for the direction you want to go, and then it will start to stretch out a track for you so that you can do loops like this. But we don't want to do that right there. What we want to do is, I'm just going to right-click this, is get the train to come in and then loop back around the other way. So I'm actually going to get rid of this, and I'm going to start it here, and this is where we want the train to go. So this is a great way to go to just, build things straight. And I'm just going to stop building that, and then I want this track to kind of go around, and this one I want to loop. Like this to come on back to this track right here. And I'm the worst at this, but what I always do is I just, here we go, put the track like this, and then I want the track to merge. So what I'm going to do is delete until I can grab this. No, here, delete. Right-clicking, by the way, until I can get this track to hit this track that's down here. Like that. And then I'm going to take this track and run it over top like this. And this way, what we will have here is a track that wraps around in a loop. And then I'm just going to, because of what I did right there, that I'm going to need to adjust this track to fit. All right, so I just made this little loop, and I think I want to talk to you about just trains in general. Okay, so why did I do this? The purpose of this loop is so that I can have one track. My train, when I first made train tracks, I made it like an oval. But instead, what I want is to just have mostly one track. So the train will come in this way. It will stop right here at a station. It will load up on this coal, and then it will come back around this loop and then go back the other direction on the same track. So that's what I am trying to do right here. Now, I need to get rid of this track that I've got. And let's see. Here. And let me see. I want to make a track that goes like this. And then this is as steep as we can make it, like that. Okay, so what I did right there was I built my track, and I shift-clicked to place it even though there's trees in the way. And all we have to do now is just delete those trees that are in the way and place the tracks, and we're good. So I'm going to kind of go over here, and I'm going to just cut down these trees, clear the path. There we go. There we go. Okay. And let me just kind of connect this to here. Now, I had these ghosted in, but I want to make sure that the tracks are actually there. Okay. All right. So now, this straight track, I want to take it and put it up here. And I'm just going to hold shift to ghost this as long as I can as I move. Just kind of have this train go up, up, up. We got to get all the way to our oil field, remember? And I'm going to just leave it right there. Now I'm going to run back and we'll put all these tracks in. Now you'll notice we can't actually build right here because of this rock. So we're going to need to change the way or blow this up that the track works. I'm going to put these in myself. I do like ghosting just to shape the track, but I'm going to just kind of go around this and work back until we get back where we were. And then place the track in like that. I'm going to push Q, and I'm going to get rid of all these tracks that we had, just holding down right click as I run. These are just ghost tracks, no problem. All right. So trains are a little bit wonky, and it took me a while to get them to go, but I'll show you now what my plan is. Okay, so I'm going to build my train stop, and when you build a train stop, you'll see it makes all these little green squares appear, and this is kind of indicating where the train will load and where you can put the train stop. So the train stop, I can put it where any of these green guys are, and once I place the train stop, you will see that there are these white rectangles on the track that indicate where the train cars will go and the direction that the train is moving in. Now, if I put it on the bottom side of the track, the train is going to move from left to right. If I put this on the top side of the track, the train is going to come in this way. I don't want that. I want it on the bottom because I want the train to come straight along like this, pick up coal, and then go back around and turn the other way. So I'm going to put a train station right here, and it will stop the train. I'm going to set my locomotive right here. Once I have set the train station, I can just preemptively start putting down my train. I'm going to put 1 and 2 cars right there. Okay, so now we have our train set on the track, and this needs fuel. It's telling you, hey, I need fuel right away. And we don't have any fuel, but wait a minute, yes, we do. So this is the cool thing about whenever you're transporting coal is you've got fuel just to give the train. So I'm going to actually bring up some power over here. And I'm going to show you that I'm just going to take an inserter. And I'm going to... Actually, I need to take a long inserter. This is fine. I'm going to start putting coal right into the train. Now, if I left-click on this train, this locomotive, it opens up the train menu. You can also get to this by... if you push O, it opens up the train overview, and then you can click on an actual train to get to this menu. Let me walk you through that. There's a lot going on here, but I've got my locomotive. I'm just going to left-click on this, and this is the locomotive window. From here, you can see that the train has been given a name, UV Danger, which is like its random name, and this is the train right here, and this is the fuel screen, this tab right here. It's telling you it's loading up. It has 3 slots for fuel, and it can carry this much fuel at a time. You can give it other fuel than coal. That's just what we're giving it here. Now, right now, it has no schedule. It has no stations. Oh, I'm sorry. I misspoke. The train isn't called UV Danger. That's right. The trains have no names. The stations have no names. So I'm going to click on the train station, and I'm going to change the station name. I'm going to stop name, and I'm going to call this Coal Stop 1. And then I'm going to apply the change, and now you can see this station is called Coal Stop 1. And it says trains with this stop 0. Nobody's using this train stop yet because I haven't assigned it. This locomotive has no job. But if I add Coal Stop 1, if I click Add Station, and I select the only station I have, Coal Stop 1, it says, what's the wait condition? What am I waiting for here? So what we're going to click on wait condition is we're going to say full cargo. And what this means is, you can think of it like a programming thing. It's saying, if my train does not have full cargo, I'm going to sit at this station until I do. And then once that condition is satisfied, I will move away from this station. Now, that only is going to happen if I turn my train to automatic mode. Right now my train is on manual mode, so it's not going to do anything. But if I click this, then it will follow the script that I have written for it. Now you can add more conditions or whatever you want, but right now I'm only going to do this. I don't need to make it more complicated than this because this is a pretty simple train station. I'm only adding one ingredient. And I'm just going to kind of put these in over here. There we go. And then we need to... Oh, I did this wrong. Here, I need one more square. I'll show you. What do we need? Here's what we need. We need inserters taking from the boxes, and you're going to put down 6 inserters for each car. Then you want to put down crates to serve as a buffer. 6 crates like this. And then you want 6 fast inserters. I'm using the quick inserters right now. Stack inserters are best once you get those and can build them reliably because they go super fast. But you want the fastest inserters taking from the coal line so that they put them into this box. All right, I'm going to run this like this. Now, what is this going to do? They're going to take coal and put it in this box, and they're going to try to fill up this box. And then this guy is going to take from this box and try to fill up the train. Now, to be honest, you know what? I'm going to use only quick inserters because let's make this go. The faster we have this happening, the faster the train will move. Here we go. And then we'll put in power poles. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. And now this thing is going to fly. You could see now that my cargo cars right here, I have Alt on so it shows the coal is in there. You can click on this and you can see, look how many spaces this has. So this is transporting a ton of coal. And you'll notice that because we haven't been going very long, this second car has almost nothing because no coal is getting to it for the time being. So until this train car gets filled, this is not going to get anything, and that's normal. Over time, once this is developed more, we'll have more coal moving, and what the idea is, while this train is in motion, you're filling up these boxes. Now, right now, they're not filling up, but you're creating a buffer so that you're not waiting on the line, that there's coal in the box that these can take from. So then you can fill up the boxes again with more coal. And you start to see that at the rate that I'm taking coal, I'm not even supplying enough coal to have this fill up the belt anymore. Like, I'm not making enough. So that is indicating that we can take way more coal. We could actually probably do this with just 1 cargo car, but I wanted to have 2 because I felt like it. Now I'm going to go over here and see if I can get some more coal going on. And I can. I'm going to go ahead and send this over here and this over here. Just add a little bit more coal. And we will take this line like this. And there we go. So this is a little bit more coal, but it's not a ton, as you can see. I'm just going to do that too, even though it doesn't need to be done. Oh, fine, I'll get rid of it. Okay. So even though it's not a full belt, it's fine. We're adding coal. It's coming over here. This train is full on its fuel. It's almost full right here. And what I'm going to do is just work on my track at this point. So I'm going to say, how many crates do I have? I have plenty, I have plenty, I have plenty. I need more track. If I'm going to get to where I want to go, I need more train track. And that's just the reality. You need a ton of track in this. So that's no problem. Please see, where's my car? It's down, it's over here, okay. Oh, no, it's back here. I'll get home faster if I drive the car. By the way, you can always find your car on the map by pushing M and zooming in, and it's the triangle. It shows you which direction it's pointing. From the map, by the way, you can like click on the train to go to the locomotive menu if you're interested. I'm going to go in and we're going to get some more tracks. And tracks are just right over here for us. Oh boy. I hit my radar station. I hit it actually kind of hard. But that's okay. Let's fix it. Okay. And tracks, I'll take all of them. There's 900. That should do it. Gonna hop in the car, drive this baby backward, and turn around. Here we go. Driving. And, oh my god, the forest. Sherwood Forest. I'm just gonna crash through that tree. Make myself a path. Alright. Now check it out. At this point, what's going on is this car is full, and so now it's just going to load up these boxes. And that's going to happen until these get all full and it goes to this car. I'm not worried about the fact that this car is going to take forever to fill up. You could change this. You could split and deliver coal to the other side if you wanted. That's fine. I'm going to be fine with it now because I need to still build the track. So I'm going to push enter and hop in the locomotive. Once the locomotive is on manual, which it is now, I can actually just push forward to drive it. And I'm going to drive my train. Here's a pro tip. Do not stand on the train tracks when your trains are on automatic, because if you get hit by your own train, it usually kills you. So make sure you save your game and don't go on the tracks. Okay, now we can't go any further because there's no tracks, but if I just push shift 4, we can start building some tracks. And, here, let me go back. Let me cross this gap. There. All right, now let's go. And I'm just going to kind of build tracks. No, not going the other way. Going this way, sorry. So you can make tracks while you're in the train. It's not the best. Let's zoom out. Let's see where we are in the map. Do we want to go straight through this forest? Yeah, it's the best way. So I'm actually going to just ghost in an enormous track right here so I can see it, and I'm going to get out of my train, and I'm going to start clearing the forest. All right, and so all of the trains that are, all of the trees that have the red X, because I've ghosted the track in, I know what I need to break, what I need to get out of the way. So I will. Okay. Sweet. And yeah, this whole forest basically. All right. But you can see sometimes it's not as many as you think. All right. Great. Okay. All right. And we're going to need to turn it around so we don't hit that rock. And I'll go this way. Okay. Let me look. Yeah, we're almost there. So now what I'm going to do is actually use this big open space to create the drop-off point. And I'm going to curve this back around and just make a big loop. And this rock is, of course, in the way, so we'll just kind of go this way until I can get back on the original track right here. Now, there's better ways to do this. I am not very sophisticated. Oh, this rock. Yeah, these rocks are really annoying, actually. Can I break these? Yeah, I'm just going to get these rocks out of my way. There are better ways to do this. People always tell me to build the train tracks more smoothly using these arrows to merge the tracks. I, for some reason, have a difficult time doing it. So I do it this way. If you find a better way, awesome. Okay, and this should do it. Let me see. All right, so what I do is I dismantle the track a little bit like this so that I can just get this here, go back on this. From here, I need it to go like this. Yes, that's correct. And then from here, go like that. There we go. It does it. So it's not beautiful, but this is the loop that I want. And then I'm just going to kind of put in the track going up and around. And, oh, that's interesting. It didn't. Well, okay. Then, here. Let's try to make these meet. There we go. All right. Okay, fantastic. Now let's make it from the south, and I will start putting in the actual track. Okay, here we are. Okay, let's see. Can the train fit through here? I'm going to push enter to hop in my locomotive. I'm going to just hold forward W to go up the track. You can go really, really fast on these trains. And then we're going to follow the track, and then right here, perfect. I'm going to stop. This is where we're going to put our station. I'm going to get out, and I'm just going to create a station that is right here. Looks fantastic. So this station will stop the locomotive. Actually, it's not in the exact right place. We want it to be here, I believe, to be at the right place. Well, here. By the way, you can go backward in the train. So I'll get out. And let me see. Let me click on the train station. And this... Is this correct? We need to unload these things. That looks better. I'm going to line it up with the cargo cars. There we go. All right. So now that these are lined up, this is where the cargo will be at this station. And by the way, if you build it wrong, you can just move the station or move your stuff. But let's plan it like this. I only have 9 quick inserters with me. Can I make some more? Sure I can. Great. All right. And then we're going to just say, all right, we need you to unload as fast as possible all this coal. And then we're going to, make steel chests. Yeah, we need a bunch of those too. Like that. Like that. Same thing. And then we'll just go like this and like this. So it can pull from these 6 slots of the car. And then we're going to bring a line up here. I'm actually out of yellow, so I'm going to use red just for fun. And this will bring coal ultra fast up here for us. And now we need some power up here. We have no power. So I'm going to set the power up locally so that we have power for all of this, which is what we need. We don't need anything going on with the locomotive here. We're not doing anything there. And then I'm going to start dropping. Go like this. And I'm going to ride back along the track. Just push forward. And as we go, I'm going to hold back to go slow. I'm going to start building in the big power line along the track. So I'm going to build this as long as it'll go. Okay. So max, there we go, and let's go. That looks good. Move forward. And these trees are in the way, so I got to build it back here. And build it there. Oh, go back, go back. Now you can hold shift to try to get these to go maximum. It's a little bit tricky, but let's see if we can... Oh, we're out of big ones anyway. Okay, let's make some more then. I can only make 3 more. That's fine. We're almost there. And let's see. Oh, that's not right. That is. Alright. I'm holding down, or not shift, left click to just try to make this max distance. Okay, there we go. And then if I want to do this, I'm going to have to like make these tiny ones. So I'm just flying along, placing all of these power poles, and that should do it. That should be moving power. Okay. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the train right here. And let's see. Here's our coal filling up these boxes. It's going to take 45 years, but watch this. I'm going to get into the train, and I'm going to push O, and we only have 1 station, but we have 2. We have Dreamweaver. I'm going to click on this station, okay? And if you want to edit the station, you actually have to click on the picture to open the train stop right here, and then you can click on this train stop. I'm going to change it to coal drop 1. All right, so now we have coal stop 1 and coal drop 1. And I'm going to leave, and then I'm going to push O to open this, and I'm going to click on this to edit the train. You have to click on the train itself, and then we're going to add a station, which is going to be coal drop 1 once we're on the locomotive screen, and we're going to add weight condition, which is empty cargo. So what this means is at coal stop 1, the train's going to come in, and it's going to wait here until it fills up on coal. Then it's going to go back up the track, and it's going to go to coal drop, and it's going to sit there until it's empty of cargo. And then it will come back here, fill up, and go back and forth. And while it's at coal stop 1, it's also getting fuel. So let's see if it works. Let's switch it to automatic and watch the train go. I'm going to just let us go. The train is driving itself. Okay, that did not work. Why did that not work? The reason it didn't work, here, I'm going to go. It stopped at this train stop. The train stop is not set up correctly. Let's go see about that. I'm going to have to go slow and just try to fix the train stop because it's not working. Maybe the direction is not right. Here, go back. Go back. Go back. It went right through the stop. Why? Why did you do that? Okay. That's correct. Empty cargo inventory, right? Okay, I have to make sure this is lined up correctly. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pick that up, and I'm going to drop a new station in and just see if we can fix this because it's not working the way that I want it to. There. That's where it should actually be. And then I'm going to rename this, and we're going to name it coal drop 1. Good. And then we're going to go to this locomotive, and we're going to, it's still there. It's still added to this. And let's see if this will actually work. No. Stop. Hey. Oh my God. It won't stop because... Alright. It doesn't like me. It's angry. You know what? I wonder if it's because of the sequencing. What if I said, go to coal drop first, then empty, and then go to coal stop and fill your cargo? Let's see what this does. Maybe it thinks it has to fill up first and meet that first condition. Let's see what's going on here. There. Okay, now it works. Yes. So now it's actually unloading. So like I said, I am no expert on trains, but they can be awkward to get to work. So now the train is automatically stopping here, you see, and it's going to unload everything. And we don't have to worry that this conveyor goes nowhere because it's filling up these boxes with coal and it's unloading them. And if I push O and click on this, you can see this progress bar, this green bar is filling up to show us that it's emptying the cargo inventory. And once it's empty, it's going to go here and fill it up, and you'll see this green bar fill up. And once it's met, it'll come back and drop off and go back and forth and back and forth. So then now the train is leaving, and it's going to go back to our other station and try to fill up. But it's going to take it forever to do that, and that's okay because we've got all of this coal up here. If you want to change the conditions, you can. You can manually drive it. You know, you can set it to only be like half of the inventory or whatever. But we just built ourselves our first automated train track that goes from this coal location here to this oil field so that we now have coal moving back and forth. We can use it for power if we want. We can start processing sulfur. And trains are so much fun. They just take a little bit of tinkering, but once you get them up and running, you're good to go. Just be careful on the track. And you can always push O to go to the stop. And look, here it is filling up right here. And it's trying to fill up its inventory as best as it can. It's just going to take it a while. Now, what I could do is just remove that back car, and then this would be going a long time. And maybe 2 cars is like overkill, and I don't need it. So I could just go to my train and physically pick up the back car and have this going back and forth much easier, and maybe I will do that. Everyone, I hope you're still finding this series to be fun and helpful. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.